I did not get into UT as a traditional freshman. So my story is a little bit different than some tracks that people know how to take. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it in case you're either a high school kid dreaming of going to UT, or maybe you just graduated, you don't know, or you have siblings, or you have younger siblings, or I don't know. It's for anybody who wants a different, way to get into like higher level education or go to like a good school. So when I applied to UT as a freshman, at the time I was ranked number 14 in my school. So I think I was like top 11%, but I wasn't top 10. So I didn't get through the automatic admissions. And actually I think that year they had switched it to a type of system where one year they did 7% automatic acceptance and then another year they did 10, something like that. I forgot what the rule was exactly. So I didn't get into UT when I applied as a freshman. And so I was really like heartbroken, and I was like, oh man, like what the heck. But one of my friend's brothers was at UT, and he was like, hey, you're gonna graduate with your associates, right? Because I went to an early college high school, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna graduate with my associates. And he was like, what's your GPA on the HCC side, which is Houston Community College? And I think I had like a 3.8. And I was like, and I told him, and he was like, hey, apply as a transfer student and see if you can get in. So I applied in February, got the letter of recommendations, and applied to go to UT. And I got in that way. And so I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't know it was available to me. And I think you only need either 1 or 2 semesters of credits. So you can, if you didn't get in and that's like your dream school, or like even A&M, you can do that path. And if you actually get above a 3.7, you can even try applying to Rice, and other like pretty high level institutions will let you in. Because I had friends that went to UT and then transferred to Northwestern, or they just transferred around because they didn't either get into the program, or they didn't go when they were trying to get into like investment banking or consulting. They didn't go through that round, or they didn't get a internship. So what they will end up doing is transferring to another university so that their hours kind of reset. They went from public to a private. So private institution won't accept all the hours from a public school. So that way they had another chance of going through recruitment. So just a little tip in there. So if you don't get into the University of Texas, or you don't get into the university you want, and probably because you didn't do well in high school, you can always go to community college and really put in effort, because you also get like a bunch of scholarships. Like a lot of people are worried about student loans, but if you got a high enough GPA, like they kind of just give you money. Like I think I only paid for 1 semester at UT, and it was reduced. So you could definitely go to college for free, do well in school, and yeah, you can pretty much do anything you want. All right, that's all I got.